Welcome back to Living Local. 2023 is not far away, and with that in mind, most people begin to focus on health and wellness. Well, the upcoming QC Fit Fest is the perfect place to meet the companies transforming our whole approach to staying healthy and keeping fit. And one of those businesses is Richmond Elite Performance. And joining us in studio today in this segment, sponsored by QC Fit Fest, is Jared Richmond, owner of Richmond Elite Performance. Jared, thanks for stopping in today.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Okay, so why did you decide to open your own gym? What's the background on that?
Right, so like in high school and, I played all the sports growing up. That was a big part of my life. Went to college, didn't play sports anymore, so I had to get into something competitive, right, to fill that void.
Yeah.
So I started competing in a sport called Olympic weightlifting. And I actually got pretty good at Olympic weightlifting. I've competed on the national level for many years. So when me and my wife, we went to college in Chicago.
Okay.
And when we moved back to the Quad Cities, it was kind of my dream to open up my own gym where I could train other Olympic weightlifters. And then basically that kind of spurred into training high school athletes.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what we do now.
Yeah, and that's a big need right now. That's very popular right now. Are you still doing the Olympic weightlifting?
Yep. So
when you have time?
I try to compete myself, but my focus has definitely shifted into coaching.
Coaching.
But it's cool because I'm doing the stuff that I wish I was able to do in high school, right? I'm able to train the athletes the way that I wish I was trained when I was in high school, and I think I would have been a heck of a lot better athlete. And probably wouldn't open up my own gym if I had all this training back then, right?
Oh, that's so great that you're paying that forward, though. So tell us about Richmond Elite Performance.
Yeah, sure. So, like I said, we started out kind of as an Olympic weightlifting facility. So, we have all the competition equipment necessary to train for Olympic weightlifting, which is kind of a niche sport. And then, as that grew, Olympic weightlifting is a big part of the training that, high school athletes, college athletes use. So we started getting a lot of high school, college athletes into our facility. So now we train a ton of those guys. We even train kids as young as elementary, middle school too.
Wow.
So that's kind of our main focus. We do a lot of personal training, small group, semi-privates, so you can kind of book us for anything that you want. It's really about people who are serious about their goals, I think that's the main thing. People hear elite and they think you have to be elite to come to our gym. That's not the case. We have elite training, elite coaching, elite equipment. That's what it's about, not necessarily you have to be elite, right?
Yeah.
Like we want to provide an elite service for you.
Okay, so when people come to your gym, what can they expect? Because you say it's, you don't want them to think that they're coming in and they have to start weightlifting, right?
Right, exactly.
This is for everyone.
It is. We have a little bit of everything. So we actually have an open gym style membership too. So we have a membership where you can just come in, utilize our facility for 24-hour access. And then we have something called Open Gym Plus Coaching. So you can use our access 24 hours a day, and I will write your program for you. So you come in, do whatever I write on the program.
Nice.
We use an app. It's really nice. And then we do personal training. So the point is we have things for everybody. I mean, I always tell people if they come to our gym and we don't have a piece of equipment that they want, just tell me, I'll get it.
I love that.
I want to have something for everybody.
Right. Okay. What would you say you specialize in then? Coaching?
Yeah, definitely. And that's something that we had to realize as a business too, is that it's hard to compete sometimes with these bigger facilities, right? Like the YMCA's, and we are a coaching business, right? We are a service-based business. I believe we have the best coaches in the area, and I mean we train a lot of D1 athletes. I think our results speak for ourselves on that. So yeah, I think if you're coming to us, you really should look into our coaches and what we can provide there.
Okay, so what would you say makes your gym then different from others? That coaching,
right.
That one-on-one, because some of those bigger businesses, they just don't offer that.
Right. No, that's a big part of it. I think also the equipment that we have.
Okay.
A lot of the equipment that we have you cannot find at other gyms, right? We have a lot of specialty stuff, like the highest end equipment.
Yeah.
But a big part of it is, again, to go along with that coaching. I've been trained personally by some of the best coaches and mentored by a lot of the best coaches in the country. Being like a very high-level Olympic weightlifter like myself, I was coached by the same coach that has trained Joe Burrow for the draft in the NFL, and I'm trying to take some of that that expertise that I've learned and bring it to the Quad City area.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. And you have some events coming up too, right?
Yep. So we are going to be at the QC Fit Fest at the Expo Center at the Bend in East Moline. That is February 18th and 19th. We are hosting a big Olympic weightlifting meet. So this will be our second annual one. Okay. The last one we did was at our facility, but Chris reached out and offered to have us at his event, and we thought that would be a nice step forward. So this one we're hoping to make it much bigger. It was really fun last time. We had a lot of we had many of the best athletes in the state of Iowa, state of Illinois, surrounding areas. Okay. So if you want to see some big weight being lifted, come out to that. It'll be fun.
I love it. I love it. All right. And people can get in contact with you through Facebook? Yep. Okay.
Facebook, Instagram, all the social medias, website. Just shoot us an email, my phone number's on there too. I'm kind of your one-stop shop right now. I do the social media, I do the customer service, so you'll probably get in touch with me right now.
Okay, I love it. Jared, thanks for coming in.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, again, this segment was sponsored by QC Fit Fest, and for more information on the QC Fit Fest, you can go to qcfitfest.com, and you can also find out more information on Richmond Elite Performance at richmondeliteperformance.com. We'll also have all those details, though, posted on ourquadcities.com.